Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a bit different. A mukbang with my love KFC. So let's get right into it. So let's open her up.
Show you guys what we got. Oh my god, double bagged.
What's it? Oh wow. Oh my. Some meat on there. Yeah, there's one bag actually. This is the second. I assume we got that, yeah.
Okay. Want to show what you got first?
Oh wow. She looks lame actually. I got some rice box.
Ooh.
It actually looks really nice, I can't lie.
Look really good. I got a barbecue wrap, barbecue sauce, and a zinger burger.
Can't beat it. I may have to run down and get a knife and fork though. Has been gotten.
Yes.
My heart's racing though.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that again.
I'm starting with my wrap.
As you should.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna tell my story first.
Go.
So basically, this is the story of my most recent driving experience. So I'm a learner, okay? I haven't been driving long, and also my car's been in the garage and it's been out of service for like a month. So I haven't driven in a long time, okay? So I drove with my dad. This was yesterday, actually. And basically I was coming out of a car park. And by the way, the first bit of the drive went so well. Like, I was doing so well. And yeah, we went to a supermarket. As I was pulling out of the like car park driveway thing, that it's like very much a blind spot. Like, you can't see anything. Anyway, so I was looking, I was double checking, nothing was coming. So I go to pull out, and then all of a sudden I hear fucking shouting coming from behind the car and like beside the car and shit.
She heard shouting.
So yeah, I heard a load of shouting, and then this like group of like eight, I think it's like 2 cyclists came up beside me and were like shouting and like, you know, swearing, putting middle fingers up and all that shit, and I was very fucking confused. And then they like rode away. This other fucking cyclist came up next to me and literally like stopped next to the car window. I had stopped by this point. I was like fucking half out in the middle of the road, and I stopped because it freaked me out. And so he pulled up next to me and was like, "You need to watch where you're going," and like all this shit. And then he, and I no joke, like kind of half punched the side of the car, but didn't really. It was kind of more of just like a and yeah, then my dad was laughing at me and I drove away.
Oh my god, that was a moment.
That's my story time.
They have lights on and shit?
No.
Wait, was it daylight?
Yeah, but
Oh, okay. Should be a
wait,
bit
can I just say though, yes, partly my fault because I probably should have kept looking as I was pulling out. But basically the road I pulled out onto was like a dual carriageway type.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was pulling out onto the far left-hand lane.
Yeah.
And they were, by the time this all happened, and you know, we were driving or whatever, they turned right. So they should have been on the right-hand lane. So they shouldn't have been anywhere near me for me to almost hit them. So the only reason I almost hit them was because they were on the wrong fucking lane.
Fuck those guys, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna be mad, at least be correct. And clearly, not happening.
Literally.
I guess my story is really random, but like, I don't know. This is the only thing I have to tell. Well, I have a lot to tell, but... So this was like, come on, 2016. I was in Florida at the time with my dad and all my brothers. So, you know, it was going on. It was a moment. Kind of fun, can't lie. So we were at Universal Studios, and how old would I be in 2016? God. That's like
11, 12?
So I was 11. terrified of everything because I was a child. And they were like, let's go on this big ride. And I was like, okay. Well, I wasn't like, okay. I was like, no. But then they kind of forced me. So, like, lining up for this ride, terrified. Terror ride, if you will. So, we were lining up. I was literally crying because I was so scared. I mean, in the end, the ride, like, it was the Hulk. So, there was a few loops. There was a few moments, like, it was fun. It was really fun. But it was also terrifying to me as a child. And I want to eat. So, I did it. And I definitely enjoyed it. Although, I don't think I was up for any more scary rides that day. But this brings me on to my next story, which correlates to this. Completely different, but
Dying.
I mean, honestly, you'll get so many views if I died in this video.
Do it for the vlog.
So it was my dad's, I think it was his 60th, because like that's like a party kind of day, you know. And suddenly, like, my siblings were like, oh, let's go, like, tell a story of, like, our dad and, like, stuff, you know. So just, like, him, whatever. So I'm like, okay. I didn't want to because that's terrifying. We have a microphone, we have all of that. But I allow it. So I'm in the line, I'm listening to my other sibling stories of things that are done. And the only thing I could think of was this moment. Although I was terrified, I'm very thankful that he kind of pushed me to it, to kind of experience it, because it was a great experience, and I don't think I've done it without. So my kind of story was basically just like, oh, hey, let's eat, firstly. And then let's kind of, I guess, congratulate him on this moment. Like, even though I was crying, was terrified, but I'm happy it kind of pushed me to it, to kind of experience it, and I did enjoy it. It was terrifying, but I did enjoy it. So it was worth it in the end. But, I don't know, that was my random story, because that's just what I thought about. There's a weird little family gathering. I don't really like that kind of thing. I don't really like a big party of people that I have to now talk to, because, like, leave me alone. I'm very happy with my friends and my close family. Other than that, I'm not really in the mood for it, and I'm never in the mood to congratulate my dad on anything. Love you, Jonathan. Hard eyes emoji. Do you have any other fun things to share to the YouTube gang?
I mean, I'll tell one of the stories from work, because I feel like work stories where I work are always very entertaining. So the most recent one that made one of my other colleagues, like, literally, once this was all over, she was just giggling for no reason over it, and apparently it was very funny. Anyway, but I work at a pharmacy, a Boots pharmacy, and the customers are known for not being the most patient of people, to say the least. And so basically, I was in the front, like, by the tills, but I wasn't serving. One of the other people was serving. And I was, like, putting change in the till because we'd run out. And there was this guy who was literally, like, I think second in line to be served. And he'd only been waiting maybe 5 minutes. And he was mumbling and, like, complaining and being like, oh, I wait so long and whatever. And so then he said to me, he was like, is there no one else that can serve? Because I've been waiting. And I said to him very politely, no, sir, I'm sorry. We have one person on the till. Everyone else is very busy. No one else can come serve you. You just have to wait. And so I walked away to get more change and came back to the till. and he was not having any of it. He asked again, he was like, are you sure no one can serve me? Because you're just standing by the tills doing absolutely nothing. And at this point, because by the way, it was also the end of the day, so I was not vibing with it. And so I said to him again, I was like, I am dealing with the till. All my other colleagues are busy. You're gonna have to wait your turn, and that's that. And then he started shouting at me and was like, you don't care about your customers. You don't know about like customer care and all that shit. And then I literally just looked at him dead in the eye and was just like, you'll have to wait, sir. And then just walked away. And honestly, I was so close to either screaming at him or just crying in front of him. And my other colleagues found it very funny how I just basically was like, no, and walked away.
Actually, you know what that one fucking reminds me of? I worked in the same place as her for a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, at least I haven't been as traumatized as she has with all these horrible customers. But there's 3 people there, me, the pharmacist, and then someone else. And it was literally like fucking, 9:30 in the morning. Like, seriously, calm your tits, firstly. Secondly, why are you shouting? Shut the fuck up. So I was on the front, and then we had other people doing shit that needs to be done, you know, like, it's not just people serving. If it was just that, then the fucking entire thing would be benign, because there's nothing to give or there's nothing to have, you know? So I was just serving, and this woman was like, oh, look at these, like, because obviously there's fat line because it's fucking Boots in this place, blah, blah, blah. It is always crazy there, trust me. I'm just like, look at these people just standing around doing nothing. Like, can't someone help us? Like, can't someone serve? And I just aggressively roll my eyes because, like, calm down.
There's no need for it, honestly.
Like, and like, I was about to go and be like, well, they're clearly doing something. But then one of my ex-co-workers was like, okay, but like, we're doing something, like, please relax. And then she kind of like semi-secretly went to the pharmacist, like, can you get on the front just to kind of calm these bitches down? Well, not like that, obviously, but you get the gist, you get the gist. So the pharmacist went on the front, and then things, so it's like, what? Why are you shouting? Like, I understand you're waiting, I understand everyone's annoyed that they have to wait, but clearly we would have someone else there to serve you if we could. But also, then you'll be complaining that blah blah and blah blah's prescriptions aren't ready because those people aren't then doing the job they need to do to get that ready for you.
Literally.
Just fuck off and shut the fuck up. Honestly, fuck you. If I ever come into a job and someone's like mad, I will actually be filmed because I don't work there anymore.
As you should. I just don't know. Genuinely, I could complain all day about Boots customers. Like, every day there is a situation where someone is having to go up for no reason. It's like today, there was someone who was, we closed for an hour for lunch because, like, if we didn't, we wouldn't be able to have our lunch. And we closed, and 5 minutes later, this woman was knocking on the door, knocking on the windows and stuff. And so one of my colleagues went up to the door and was like, we're closed for lunch. And then she was like, well, I'm on my lunch break. I need to get my medication. And then my colleague was literally just like, yeah, we're on our lunch break too, and then walked away.
Honestly. I remember when I was locking the door once, and this man was about to walk in and I was like, sorry, we're closed. It's like, well, I just want a prescription. And he was like, yeah, but we're on our lunch. I was like, oh, okay. And it's like, sorry that you can't decipher between those times. Like, you can wait. You can wait.
And also, like, sorry we're not
I'm
robots
dead.
who don't need to eat and breathe for a second.
Honestly, that fucking place, hellhole. I don't know how you survived this long, honestly.
Well, it's better now we have new management.
Yeah, no.
That's a whole nother story time that I could do for a separate occasion, our old management.
But
that would be a good next mukbang.
Honestly, let's.
But anyway, we finished our food, so that is the end of this video.
I hope you enjoyed. This is something new. I've never done this kind of thing before.
Fun. It's like a very chilled video.
It really is.
Yeah, so that was our first mukbang, and I guess we'll see you in the next one because I want to do another one.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Bye,
Enjoy.
guys.
Lots of
Mwah.
love. Let's just hope this is still recording.